Hello, dear friends. So today I would like to talk to you again about different things. We should talk more often because when I talk with people one on one, I discover, wow, what is clear to me all this time, it's not clear at all to people. So I know better what I should explain. So it's very important, not only as a teacher stay in your teachings, but also talk one-on-one with people, because then you see what do they need and what can I give to them, what they need, not what I want to give, but what they actually need right now to get. It's like, deeper level of service, like you set yourself aside with your ego as a teacher, like I'm the teacher who gives deep knowledge. But if for them now it's unreachable and the only thing they want to hear is not a deep knowledge that they can actually receive, then don't give them deep knowledge, give them some joke or a funny story. It may work. For example, I wasn't able to agree with that before. I thought like I'm the teacher of deep spirituality and this is the only way I'm gonna teach. And lately I, got rid of that a bit more. I like becoming more universal when you just teach whatever life asks of you. If you can give it at that moment, you give it, whatever it is. Someone needs advice to go feed some birds. Other person needs advice how to communicate with the spirit world. Everyone needs something else. And if we really want to give service, which is also Cancer, the sign of Cancer, where this full moon is happening, is a sign of selfless service, of like motherly unconditional love. When we just care, we do the work of care. Like divine mother, she just does what needs to be done. Okay, let's start with tarot cards. I announced that I can pull cards for people, and I got some requests. Haven't answered to some of them yet, so just be patient. But what I noticed is when you have a question and I shuffle the cards, I think about that person in mind, I keep them in mind, I keep their question in mind, and I read a prayer to God, so that God protects all the interferences. Because if you receive any kind of omen, doesn't mean it's the omen is sent by God, by godly powers. It can be sent by the dark powers to confuse you, to put you onto the wrong path. So we need to be very careful with omens. So that's why I read a prayer that I know is protective of all the influences, interferences. Let's pull the card. Which card will we pull for this full moon? Let's see. So we have Page of Swords. Normally it's this card, but now reversed. Interesting. Let's read about this card. So Page of Swords reversed means irritable, unwanted, unknown, and denial. What do we see here? So like the person here is holding the sword. He's in nature. On a hill there is a sea, clouds, white clouds, sunny day. So normally this card means clarity when it's upright, change, thoughtfulness, communication. So it means receiving information that clarifies your goals and direction. You have a fantastic vantage point in life right now. You are in perfect position to make right choices and serve others in positive ways. But reversed, it means fear of unknown puts you on the defensive. You are inflexible and emitting negative vibes. This puts you and others on edge. You are fighting unwanted influences, but in doing so, you are denying the good things too. So the questions this card wants to ask us are, am I ready to accept change? Am I ready? Am I aware enough to notice opportunity? How can I embrace mental clarity? How can I communicate more clearly? Very suitable for Mercury retrograde, clear communication. How can I be more mindful of the needs of others? This full moon in Cancer. Moon rules the needs we have. So, with this full moon in Cancer, Mars and Saturn is gonna aspect it. Saturn is conjunct the Sun, his enemy. Even though Saturn is thrown in Capricorn, he is conjunct the enemy. The Sun is, they're mutually starving each other, and the Sun is agitating Saturn. Because Saturn is thrown, I see someone's message. Because Saturn is thrown, it can also mean protection of the light, you know? Because Capricorn is about structure, like this candle, you know? It like the flame is kind of protected by the walls, yeah? If I do it like that, I'm limiting the light. Saturn's limitation, restriction, boundary. I'm limiting the light, but I'm also protecting the light, you know? So, and also these walls that the candle itself forms, it's like light, but then in protection. That can also mean Saturn, Sun together. There are so many meanings. I would advise you to read in our astrology group, Vedic Astrology Mysteries. By the way, it just came to me, the instruction in my dream, like some higher power, or maybe my higher self, said to me very clearly, it was clear, crystal clear, that it said, you have to create an astrology group on Facebook, you know? So I did the same day. And yeah, and I also got the message that this is the group I need to create, you know? And I need to be there for the group, but it's not my group, like it just had to be created, and I was the one who had to create it. So I'm not attached to it, but I'm serving it. And that's a good attitude always. With whatever we do, we should have no attachment to it, but have attitude of serving and how can I help, how can I serve with love. Yeah, that's also the sign of Cancer. Serving selflessly. And so we have Saturn aspect in the moon and the Mars, which is combination for clairvoyance, but it's only when you're on a very high evolutionary level of functioning. Saturn Mars is not a friendly energy to the soft moon. The moon is the heart, the feeling, inner happiness, emotion. Saturn and Mars are cruel planets. The sun is semi-cruel, but Saturn and Mars together, aspecting the moon, can really create earthquake or like war or, tireless thing that keeps going like a machine, or like Mars is in Sagittarius now and conjunct Venus retrograde, and Saturn Mars together is the energy of war, of breaking. Like Mars wants to break, Saturn wants to block. Mars wants to break, Saturn blocks. But of course now they don't do it because they aspect the moon, so they're not looking at each other. Actually, it can create earthquakes, war, turbulence, maybe with the mother, maybe with the care. Like I had situation with the healthcare system, who I had the bill from 2021, and in the Netherlands we have health insurance, and it covers all your costs, but some of the costs you have to pay yourself. Maximum 385 euros per year. You will never pay more than that. So in 2021, I used up my insurance. It's called own risk, 385 euros, because I went to the doctors a lot. I just go to the doctors. I like it, and I need it for my own peace of mind. I don't want to keep worrying what's going on. A doctor can check in 1 minute, and your mind is free from disturbance. Like if I have some pain in the body, little pain at night, like I go to the doctor just in 1 minute says it's no problem, don't worry about it, and I'm free. I'm free from that worry. So why not make use of it? And the earlier you take care of yourself, the better. Like today I read from the story of one of my friends that take care of yourself before you get sick, while you're healthy. Take good care of yourself. That's a good, for this full moon, good instruction. And having said that, I'm gonna take a sip of wine, red wine, which I do rarely. But I happen to have some wine right now at home, so why not enjoy it? So we have Sun and Saturn together, enemies looking at this moon, so that can create some situation like enemy situation. So with my healthcare, I had the costs, I've made them in 2021, but they declared, those therapists declared the costs into 2020, where I haven't used my own risk, and now I have to pay own risk of 2021 and own risk of 2020. And the negotiation about therapy started in 2020, but actually all the treatments took place in 2021, and they declared it by the beginning of negotiation. And I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's honest. I don't know what's going on. They say it's the law. The law was like when you start some therapy, they declare it in the end, but by the beginning date. But now, starting from 2022, they start declaring it by the end of the therapy. So if you had like 8 sessions, in the end they declare the costs to your health insurance and they cover it, and you pay only own risk, which is 385 euros per year maximum. But now I have own risk fully of 2021 because I made use of a lot of help. I wasn't like really sick, but I just like it a lot. Working with experts, you know, everyone has their own expertise. I have my strong points in spirituality, but they have very strong equipment and points in science. Like if I feel I have difficulty breathing, I want to know if I have any allergy. So I go to the hospital, they take blood test, the doctor comes and tells me in 3 minutes that I have this little bit tendency to this allergy, no allergy to cats, no allergy to that, no allergy to that. So I know it's not that, you know, it's like in 3 minutes. So why not use this chance? Yeah, I can figure it out by myself, maybe for a few years. But I keep worrying, like, do I have allergy for cats? What if I do? You know, then I cannot have cats, but I really love them. I cannot live without them. So, you know, the fastest way is to use help of the science and the experiments, the test, actual test. So I really like it. I really do. So now I have to figure out if, you know, they can put my own risk costs of my health insurance to 2021, then I don't have to pay those costs because the treatment happened in 2021. Only the first talk about the treatment was in 2020. Sadly enough, if I had known, I would wait until 2021 started, but I didn't know. It was a surprise. So this is what's happening to me, like a war with health insurance, care system, yeah? And because from Capricorn, Saturn is watching. Capricorn is the system, the structure. That's a health insurance structure. Moon, Cancer is care. Mars, Saturn create earthquake. Like, I think it's dishonest. I disagree, you know, with those costs and with the way they declared it. But they say government makes those rules, so nothing they can do and nothing I can do, you know. And it's like this kind of like my right is for every treatment to be declared on the day it's happening, you know, and not backwards 1 year before, you know. But from 2022 they're gonna declare those treatments per treatment, not like the whole treatment, but per day. You receive service today and they declare it right away. I think it's gonna be better. Okay, so this is about this card which I pulled out, yes, which means let's take another look. Irritable, yeah, I was quite irritated. Unwanted, yeah, unwanted costs. Unknown, denial, yes, I would like to deny them. And I was feeling defensive, like defending my rights, fighting for my right. This is not honest, you know? And I even raised my voice during the conversation because that woman didn't hear me. So also put me on edge, and others. She also like got a bit frustrated with me. I was fighting unwanted influences, yes. But I was denying good things too because she was actually trying to help me I just didn't want to accept such unfair rules, but she was trying to explain to me the government makes these rules, you know? It's not like health insurance did any sneaky thing, or not like my therapist did some dishonest thing, but it feels dishonest. There is nothing nobody can do about it, but you know, this is it. This is yeah, about it's an example about this full moon that could happen. And also when pulling the cards for people, I notice I pull the card, I tell them 2 words what it means, and they already ask, okay, pull another card, ask another question. And I feel like, wait. There is still so much we can figure out using this card we pulled. There is no need to jump to the next question and next card, because maybe all the answers will be answered if we take a deeper look, if we take more time, if we give it more space to unfold the message to arrive, you know, like like this card. I can sit and contemplate about it for half an hour, and new insights will keep coming. But if I pull it, I look at it and, well, okay, next question. I will never get any question answered. I will never listen to any intuition, to myself, to higher self. I will never hear anything. So when you pull the card, you know, take some time. Take some time, what it means. Read online, contemplate. Think of your own examples, what the message could mean. And we want to look at the situation closely, not constantly asking that one question. For example, if you're only interested, will he call me or not next week? It's not even relevant, you know? Let's figure out the situation. Do you even want such person in your life? You know? Who has the values that don't work for you? Maybe you don't even want to call him, you know? But if people like don't want to understand the situation, they just want their answer. You know, will we be together again? Will he do what I want? Will he call? Will he come back? They don't want to understand that they don't need such person. You know, the person is not being an adult, not the right man, not treating them right. He doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't take any initiative to correct the situation, you know? So why would I want such man to call me? And, you know, if I pull the card and the card says that this man is not an adult, that he doesn't know in which direction he goes, he's just playing around, fooling around, a fool card, yeah? A man who is not serious. He's just looking around, you know, having fun. So I pull this card, I understand the essence. I don't want such man to call me anymore, you know? So when you consult the card, you have to believe the card, you know? To believe this intuition. You have to pray first to make sure God is with you. And then just trust the card. If you're not gonna trust the card, why are you pulling it? Then don't pull the card, you know? Don't ask the question if you don't want to hear the answer. If you are not ready to accept and trust whatever answer you get, just trust it. This is it. Otherwise, don't ask. Otherwise, think for yourself, okay? And give it more attention. Everything in your life, we need to give more attention, because it's so easy to miss very important things. It's really important to give everything enough attention, to slow down, to not do so many things. Like James Swartz said during his seminar on Vedanta, the teachings on consciousness, he said, where are all those things you've been doing all your life? Where are they? if you sit quietly, yeah, where are all those things? And why have I been doing them? They are not here. Where are they? They are not real. It's like a dream. Where did they go? So, with Capricorn, we need to go deeper inward. We need to be at home, be still. Saturn from Capricorn aspecting the moon in Cancer. The moon is strong in Cancer, so we need to sink deeper into the heart, into the stillness of the heart, to hear ourselves. Hear ourselves. Where else do we need to run? Where else do we need to go if we don't hear ourselves? All of those are distractions. Unimportant distractions if we don't hear ourselves, if we don't hear our truth, our wisdom of the heart, But so often we turn away from ourselves into some distraction, and we chase that, and we chase that, and we need that object. No, just turn back into your heart. Listen to your feeling, listen to how do you feel, inner state. Honor yourself. Just sit, just give your mind space to order itself, to have some order in the thoughts, internal dialogue, talk to yourself. Then the mind gets quiet. And further, I will explain this process about how to get your mind quiet in the next video.